Hello and greetings from Ama-Lightworker. Thank you very much for being here. I do these live streams because I love your presence right here on live YouTube, and I love the interactions that we have, and I would like to hear from you in the chat. So hello to Sheila and Sarah. If you are live, let me know that you can hear me. Okay, send me a little chat. I would love to hear from you. And I won't start right away. I will give enough time for YouTube to notify everybody so that you guys can open your YouTube accounts. I see abstract wellness, small wild flowers. Hello, hello. Green baby. So from the title, understandably, I already opened the Akashic Records and I will be doing a live. I will be doing a live Akashic Records reading on the new moon. We had a new moon yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, on March 13, 2021. And I'm going to look into how this new moon is going to influence us. Please don't forget to like, share, and to subscribe. It's very important to me that if you like my videos and if you like my live streams, that you subscribe to this channel. For those of you who would like to get a private personal session with me, please visit my website, www.amalightworker.com, or email me at amalightworker@gmail.com. I do provide a variety of services: tarot, Akashic Records reading, Akashic Records healing, Reiki, tone ran treatments, personal energy clearing, space energy clearing, birthday readings, face readings. I'm probably forgetting something. I'm also a nutritionist, and I combined my training as a nutritionist with my training as an Akashic Records practitioner, and I created also spiritual nutrition, which is a separate service from just a regular nutrition counseling. So you could find out more about this if you take a look at my website again, www.amalightworker.com. I also created new services through the Akashic Records, new services based on the Akashic Records. One of them is about healing trauma. The other one is about figuring out what talents your soul has and what talents maybe you need to reactivate right now in this lifetime at the time when you book the session. And it could be anything, because you as a soul, you don't die, you just grow from one lifetime to another as you move from one dimension to the other, because what is life after all? It's just one dimension. Okay, and as you move along from this lifetime, you are only leaving behind your body as you are moving toward a different dimension. Thank you very much, Abstract Wellness. She has had many services with me and different services. So thank you very much. Feel free to write about your experience about my services, either in the chat or if you are watching the re-recording of this in the comment section down here below. Hello, Liz. Okay. So let me see. Okay. I'm getting the sense that the Akashic Records are letting you know that for most people, you are going to be able to feel the effects of this new moon for 28 days. So usually it would be 4 weeks to 6 weeks, but they're saying for most people, you are going to feel the effects of it for the next 28 days. For all of us, it's going to bring this new energy where suddenly we're just going to come to the big realization as to what is it that we need to let go of. Is it an emotion? Are you holding on to anger? Are you holding on to grief? Were you holding on to a plan that maybe you need to reconstruct an old dream? an old sentiment, financial debt that maybe you need to let go of and figure out how to go about it, or material goods. There is this sense that for the next 28 days, we are going to go through a period of peeling away the layers of the onion. And that's how it's going to feel. This is an analogy. This is how it's going to feel. One layer after the other shoe is going to drop. You are going to get a sense into the reality within the reality, the very essence of the reality. What is practical and what is not practical anymore. You are going to come to that realization that many of fears that maybe you had last year, and maybe many fears that you could be still experiencing, maybe they're not as scary as you thought. You're going to get to the root cause of it, to the root cause of any trauma, any family drama, to the root cause of if you have any health issues that may be coming up during this time, you're going to get to the very root cause of it. You may be dealing with a situation where maybe it was about a misdiagnosis, the wrong treatment. Maybe you thought that you understood the instructions correctly, or maybe you thought that you understood a certain situation correctly, but maybe you did not. So it is about clarification, bringing forth the light. When you peel those layers of the onion, what is left is the very core of love, the very core of what makes you. Okay, who are you without your financial possessions, without the social norms that have been reinforced from others, that did not come or originate with you? You are going to be able to see the light within a situation that maybe it was a little bit too complicated, or it was continuing for a long time. And with this energy, the Akashic Records are saying that for some of you, this is going to facilitate a legal process, court-related situations, divorce-related situations. So for those of you who may be dealing with a legal aspect to a situation, court, important legal documents, important things that maybe have to deal with the government, so anything legal, it feels like you are either going to be given like another way to go about it, or whatever is going to transpire, whatever is going to happen is going to be final. Okay, for some of you, a situation that has been going on for maybe for years for some of you, or months, it's finally going to come to an ending. So you're going to be able to get that final result, the yes or a no. But it does feel that with this energy, the Akashic Records are encouraging a lot of you to start to look for what is it. Maybe you need to file something with the government, a job application, any legal paperwork, taxes. Remember that in United States, at least, it is tax season. So anywhere when you need to file, start some legal proceedings, or where is it that you need clarification about some legal stuff. You don't have to start anything legally, but maybe you need clarification about illegal stuff. So it feels like all of us, we are in a good energy for that, to bring forth the truth. But with this prediction, the Akashic Records also are bringing forth a warning. If you are not ready for the truth, don't go digging for the truth. If this is what you want, the truth may not please you. The truth can be very hurtful. Then don't go looking for these things if you are not ready for it. If somehow you are still in denial, if somehow maybe you are not emotionally ready. Not everything is going to be easy, but it will get better. And I'm getting the sense that some of us may still experience some low vibrations when it comes to low energy, fatigue, not as much as before. There could be certain family situations that may show up out of nowhere, mostly things being said in the family that maybe they hurt your feelings, or maybe you hurt somebody's feelings without any intention whatsoever. So all of these things that may be coming up, um, they are going to improve. They are going to improve. So try not to overreact, because you may be dealing with people that are overreacting. These could be people you work with, neighbors, family members, that could be overreacting, not necessarily in regards to you. Maybe they have something going on and they are overreacting, but it feels like they're not willing, to let you or to allow you to calm them down. So if you need some space, give yourself space. If others need space so that can cool down or gather momentum or just rest, then give them the space that maybe they are asking for. Again, these kind of misunderstandings or feeling like you are running into some sort of a resistance or contradictions, it's only a passing phase. And there is a sense that impatience could be a little bit challenging. And I'm getting the sense that in the next 28 days, something that you were hoping to do later, you may be required to deal and address it sooner. And you're going to feel that you're going to have days when you're going to feel that everything is happening right on time. Okay, it's going to work out. You cancel something, you rearrange your schedule, and somehow that turns out to be okay. The timing of it is going to work out. The reality is going to hit you in your face. If you are somebody who maybe you were in denial and you had no idea. If maybe somebody is being cheating, lying, maybe they are hiding the truth from you and you had no idea, you're just going about your life. Again, not to judge them, because we don't know what's the reason why they did that. Maybe in some ways, maybe they were also trying to protect you emotionally. But now it feels like somebody's going to bring forth what was hidden that you did not know. You may be bringing forth certain situation. What is it that you were dealing with behind closed doors? What is it that you were dealing with internally? What is it that you were dealing behind the veil, behind the curtains? You're going to regain a certain confidence and maybe a little bit more courage, or maybe you are simply going to feel more ready to open up emotionally, to talk about some of your most challenging experiences, or maybe the latest challenging experiences. For those of you in therapy of some kind, they're saying that you are going to have a major breakthrough. You could be doing therapy in the traditional way. You may be doing spiritual therapy. Okay, you may be having some sort of a breakthrough with a spiritual service of some kind, through Reiki, through energy work, acupuncture, through tarot, through talking to a psychologist, as I said, through the regular way. Whatever it is, it feels like you are bound to have an aha moment. You are bound to have a big breakthrough. First and foremost, a big breakthrough in your understanding of your life, your understanding of your emotions. And understandably, for some of us, this healing journey, it's going to be a lifelong journey, and that is okay. That is okay. You heal as you go. Some of us may be dealing with a huge breakthrough into a financial related situation that could be about debt, could be about a home, buy or sale of a home, or buying or selling of a property, the dissolution of some sort of a joint bank account, the separation of material gains, material goods, the separation of different bank accounts and different joint ventures. And there's a lot about finances here, because for some of you, somehow you are going to be forced, not everybody, but some of you, you are going to be forced into a new financial beginning, into starting something new that is going to bring you money. And by forcing, they mean that you have this idea, You know what you want to do, but maybe you are too afraid to start something, or maybe you don't know all the ins and outs, or maybe you're planning on doing this later. So if you were planning on creating a new service, creating a new product, starting a new job, applying for benefits, applying for government assistance, so anything that is related to money coming to you, and maybe you were too afraid or maybe too proud to go and ask for help, it feels like somehow you are going to be pushed toward some sort of a new financial beginning. And I hope that this is making sense to you. You are also going to come to this big realization as to what is it that you are holding on to for dear life. Is it your relationship? Is it your children? Is it your business? Is it your sense of self? Is it your identity? What is it that you have been holding on for dear life that maybe you realize that you can do without it now? Okay, maybe you have outgrown it, whether that is a relationship, a person that maybe you have outgrown, or your beliefs. It is now time for you to see and understand how much you have grown. And they are giving you an analogy. The 12 o'clock shadow, 12 o'clock noon, that is the shortest shadow that you have. And after 12 o'clock noon, your shadow starts to grow. And this is one of those things that, for me as a child, I learned this in my very first grade back in Albania, where I'm from. And that is a way to tell the time. Okay, when your shadow is shorter than you, it's noon, and then it starts to grow. And this is how this energy is going to feel, that suddenly your shadow, your energy is getting taller, it's getting bigger. And if you are somebody that in some ways you feel that you were overworking, you were overextending your energy, you're going to feel like you're bringing back your energy to yourself. Okay, maybe your shadow doesn't have to be as tall or as long. So nothing has changed. It was simply a matter of time. Enough time needed to go by. And this is what this is. Enough time needed to go by. And it's going to make more and more sense to you. So re-listen to this message a few times, because it's going to make better sense to you the more you listen, the more time goes by. You're going to feel that you may be dealing with people who are either respecting you with no problem and you'll feel welcomed, and there's this new sense of respect that you are receiving, a new, like, validating your power, so to speak, and your intelligence, and even the love. Okay. But for others, you may be dealing with people that in some ways they are trying to overpower you. This could be a child. Hey, children can be challenging. This could be in a relationship. This could be in a work-related situation. This could be the deli guy that you always get your deli from. This could be the guy at the pancas. Okay, there's going to be like situations where maybe people are a little bit more than just rude. And if these are people that are not central to your life, okay, don't worry much about it. Understand that it's not about you. It's about them. Because when they see your energy being tall, when you see your shadow being tall, they see and realize that they are stuck in the same dimension. They are so small compared to you. So of course they're going to come out at you with something. If they did not feel threatened by you, if they did not feel threatened of you, they would not try to harass you, bully you, give you a hard time, or contradict anything that you are saying, or go against your wishes. And of course, when you are growing and you are coming more and more into your power, when you are coming more and more to self-realization, when you are understanding the truth, when you are becoming more successful, the cockroaches are not going to like that. But you are becoming a horse. Imagine yourself like growing taller and stronger. Can cockroaches really damage a horse? You don't need to scream, you don't need to yell, you just need to continue focusing on your dream and doing good. Don't stood up to their level, because it only takes one step, boom, to crush the cockroaches. And cockroaches do not like light. Okay, so this is an analogy that anyone is able to comprehend. Very often the Akashic records are going to give you an analogy. The abundance, the freedom, the love, the happiness, the success that you are seeking, whatever it is that you may be seeking at this time, the sky is the limit. It's going to come from within. It's going to come from you setting an intention. It's going to come from you having a moment of silence where you just listen to your heart, you listen to your soul, and your soul is going to dictate to you what is next, how to go about it. A certain validation, something that your soul, a message that your soul has for you right now. Okay? And your soul is ancient. Do not let anybody else to tell you differently. Your soul is ancient. Your soul has lived so many lifetimes upon this earth, and also in other planets, and also in different dimensions. Okay? You are the best creation of God. When God created you, and when God created other souls, God created each and every one of us souls in the best possible intention. Okay? It is as we get reincarnated that we have to deal with new situations. Okay? And maybe we are not always in the highest vibration of our souls. Okay? Because upon this earth, no one is perfect. On the other side, maybe. There's dimensions where on the other side we are just as perfect as God first created your souls, ever since the inception of your soul. But on this time, on this lifetime, on this earth, we often forget to strive for excellence instead of striving for perfection. And as I'm saying this, I'm getting very emotional because the Akashic records also pass on to me emotions, and we are all connected through emotions. And there is this beautiful feeling of being overwhelmed when you support someone, when you support the cause that you believe in, when you pay a compliment to somebody, when you are nice to someone. You don't know what has happened to them. Maybe they need somebody just to be nice or polite. Extend that to someone else. And they're saying that there's no room for judgment. And I'm going to go back and forth through this. I need to drink some water because it's an important factor for me when I do Akashic records. That is the route. It facilitates that information. Okay. Judgment and forgiveness. You tell me, I'm asking you, if you know anyone upon this earth who hasn't been judged, anyone who hasn't been traumatized and they need to forgive somebody, or somebody who did a mistake and they need to seek the forgiveness of that person that who them harmed, intentionally or not intentionally. Very often though, when we harm people, very often is unintentional. Okay? So there is this energy of who's right and who's wrong. Nobody wants to take responsibility for the blame. And it takes a bigger person to step up and own to their mistake. And you may be dealing with this circumstance in at least the next 28 days. And remember that just because you recognize where you may be at fault and stepping up to it, asking, saying, I'm sorry, and truly understanding or recognizing your part in this. Don't worry about other people. Okay, it's their job to figure it out when they, if how much of it they contributed to the problem. And that's how you strive for excellence. It's not about perfection. Okay? It's about the right time, the right moment, just like the shadow that tells you the clock. Okay? What time of the day is it? And you are going to come to that realization that everybody has their own time when they're going to make it, when they're going to make it into finding someone, the love of their life, when they're going to be mothers or fathers, when they're finally going to make it to have financially a very comfortable life, or when they is it that they're going to make it in whatever is it that you are seeking. Okay, enlightenment, having a good life, it's only a matter of time. Okay, everybody has their own time when you are born. Everybody has their own time when it's time to say goodbye to this life. Everybody has their own moment. So don't worry so much about, oh my God, this is never going to happen to me. It happens to other people, but I'm never going to find this, or I'm never going to find that. Remember, it's just, again, remember the shadow. You have times when your shadow is growing taller. You have times when your shadow is growing shorter than your height. And right now, there are no coincidences why this is corresponding to the equinox. Okay, the spring equinox, the time to be reborn, spring. There are no coincidences why the time today in the United States went an hour faster. Time is going to be reset for each and every one of you, and each and every one of you are going to be given an opportunity here to reset an area of your life, to reset it to zero, and it's a new beginning. And it has a lot to do with our shaking off those emotions, okay, that no longer serve us. And I'm getting the sense that for many of you, you have been struggling with which direction to go, or maybe you had a direction in your mind, but you didn't really know the ins and outs, how to go about it, how to narrow it down, how to keep moving forward. And in the next 28 days, also karma has a big part to play in this. In the next 28 days, you are going to be given a sign, some kind of opportunity, something will show up for you to show you the right way, the direction you need to go, how to go about achieving this dream. What is it that you have been doing wrong so that you can undo it, fix it? And what is it that you need to do? Okay, it's not only a matter of defeating your fear and finding your courage. It's also a matter of you trusting your intuition, trusting your intelligence, okay, trusting in your talent and knowing how to further expand talent, skills, or qualifications that you may need. In the next 28 days, many of you, the universe is going to connect you with the right teacher, the right mentor, the right person who is going to show up out of blue to give you words of advice that are going to help you, to give you a job offer, to give you practical help. You know, when sometimes you just run into somebody or someone you know helps you with something and it changes your life. It comes right in the right moment. And I can see that I have a donation here from somebody. Thank you very much. That helps my channel going from my blood clot. Forgive me if I'm not pronouncing your name correctly. YouTube channel Obsidian Black Speaks. Thank you very much for your donation. And it is about you, and you have to understand that you also are responsible about keeping your joy going, keeping that fire that you have in your soul going. Every soul has that fire, that joy, that sparkle from within. And sometimes when nothing else works, when you feel alone, when you feel abandoned, when you feel that everybody else is helping but it's just not working, sometimes you just have to allow your soul to heal you, your soul to step in, your inner nurturer. Okay, just you have that fire that never ever goes out, no matter what you go through in life. Okay, and sometimes it's just a matter of you understanding that you just have to allow that fire to warm your heart. You have to allow that fire to help you with your health right now. For those of you dealing with a health issue, symptoms, aches and pains, for you to understand that when abundance comes from within, that it never goes out, does it? When it's you that feeds the fire, it's your soul that feeds the fire, then this is an eternal fire that never goes out. Temporarily you may be grieving, temporarily you may be down, but your fire never goes. Your fire, like nobody can put that fire out without your permission. That even if it does happen, you get to light your own fire. It is about you keeping up that connection to the divine, whatever your religion may be, whatever your faith may be, whatever is divine for you. You are not created here. You didn't come here to worry about money. You are here to create a life for yourself and to contribute to the lives of other people, to better each other's lives. Even when others don't better your life, there's a certain sense of empowerment when you give. Even if you give a penny to someone, you give it with all of your hearts. And that's how you keep that fire going. Right now, in the next 28 days, whatever help you give out of your heart without asking anything in return is going to come back to you tenfold. And that's what they're saying when you are dealing with people that are rude, or people that are stressing you out, people that are being unfair to you, or people who are just money grabbing people or abusive in some ways. Let the universe take care of it, okay? 10 times. What comes around goes around. And you have to understand that we need to come to that realization that because emotionally, or maybe in our confidence or in our self-esteem, we weren't as strong, we had no idea that we had given permission to certain people to kind of not treat us well or fairly. And we don't know how we do that. But when you come from a place when you just want to love, it's not your fault. And very often, the injured party, it's the party that is judged the most. It's party that is blamed. There is this society that we live in where if we see something wrong, it feels like you deserved it. You must have done something to deserve this. You must have done a sin, or you committed a sin in the past lifetime, and that's why this is happening to you. Whatever it is, we never think, okay, to blame the assailant. You were at night late. It's your fault. You're a woman. What are you doing late at night? And the Akashic records now are bringing my attention to something that happened in the UK, I think, about the murdering of a young woman. So it is about the system or the systems that are created due to our culture. And as cultures in every country vary, they are all connected through threads of similarity, okay? Where to put down somebody who is ailing seems to be a factor. You are ashamed that you have problems. You are ashamed that you have debt. You are ashamed that you have a tumor or a cancer. You are ashamed for being poor, or you are ashamed because you have freckles and you have acne. Instead of having this place where people get to empower one another, when you say 2 words of wisdom that this is not going to be you forever, there's a treatment for this, or it's okay, your money, your financial status doesn't define you. And this is happening right now around the world. For us to comprehend this as a mass, as humanity, but also to comprehend this at a personal level. So to whoever you are, Whenever you receive this message, it's the right time. The Akashic records are going to connect you, because you need to hear this message that whatever has happened to you, it's not your fault. Okay? You don't always contribute to the circumstances that you may be finding yourself into. Okay? So when you stop blaming yourself and when you stop feeling ashamed, then the universe is going to stop doing that to you in return. Because remember, what you feel internally, this is what you attract. And if you are going in a cycle where everybody's lashing out at you and they're angry, you need to think, are you angry about something and maybe you are suppressing your own anger? Have you been angry before and maybe you did not address your anger because you were told that you have no right to be angry? Okay? And sometimes it's like you just want to be a kid. You know how children are? They're mad for 5 minutes. Oh, mommy said no or daddy said no. They're going to scream and yell, cry for 5 minutes, and then they're going to come down, and that's it. Okay? And this is with the anger as well. It needs to be lashed out. I'm not saying go and lash out at the wrong person, but I'm saying very often we do experience this and we don't know. We experience fear, we experience love, we experience this ambiguity of feelings when we don't know what we're experiencing, like a few feelings at one time. And it's okay. You don't have to have a name or to describe your feelings. You just have to understand that it has reached a point where the cup is full. The cup is full, and now it's going to come out of you through creativity, through intuition, through sport, physical activity. You need that energy to channel it in that way, or throughout forms, without having to be abusive to anyone, not even having to be abusive to yourself. And that's how you start fresh. That's how you reset. Clock zero. Okay, time 1 hour, moving forward. Okay. And I am not getting the sense that a lot of planetary movements that may be coming up are going to have too many difficult aspects. Okay, but we are still under the influence of the eclipses that we have in January, February, and we're going to have more eclipses coming up. So this feels like that time in between the eclipses. And they're saying that support and money, a financial source, money, and emotional support, other forms of support are going to show up for you from people that you don't expect or from sources that you don't expect. But it's very important that you are very realistic, you keep yourself grounded, you give yourself the space that you need. If somebody's not giving you space, you give yourself space from that circumstance or that person. So stay grounded and keep hoping for the best, because the change that is happening now, some time ago we were all feeling doomy and gloomy, and now we can see like there's hope. Things are happening, things feel easier. Maybe the circumstance hasn't changed, but you have changed. Okay, you don't get stressed out as much as before. You handle it differently. Okay, so keep the fire from within going. Keep your light going for yourself and for others. Okay, keep the hope going. Things are going to have a way of working out because there is a divine plan. There is a divine plan in order for each and every one of you. Okay, and very often people who have struggled in one direction, something happens out of nowhere and they are redirected somewhere else where they never thought that they would have success in life. Because karma has a way of boom intervening. You are going too far. Even if you are successful at something, maybe it's not the road or the path for you. Karma is going to intervene somehow. So what you need to keep in mind for the next 28 days is that You never know what's happening behind closed doors. You never know what's going on with that person. They may appear to be happy and cheery. You don't know what they have in their hearts. You don't know their struggles, and they don't know yours. Okay, so keep that in mind. Okay, so right now the Akashic records are saying that me and you need to heal. Okay, yes, of course, there's a lot of grief for me. I don't need to repeat again what for. Those of you who follow me know very well, but you have your own struggles, okay? So at this moment, the Akashic records are offering to me and to you some healing. For this healing right now, okay, you're going to follow along. I need you to close your eyes. So please don't drive any machinery or drive your car during this time, okay? Close your eyes, breathe in, out. Another breath, very slow and very deep. Breathe in, out. Imagine that when you breathe in, you're breathing in the light. Imagine like breathing in the light is so strong. And when you breathe out, you're breathing out your struggles, you know, your difficulties, anything that is negative. Okay? Breathe in, out. Some of you need to breathe with your belly. Other ones, you need to breathe with your lungs. You will know intuitively how you need to breathe. Listen to your body. Your body is going to guide you through this, okay? Breathe in, out. Place your dominant hand upon your heart center, upon your chest. Breathe in, out. Allow for a moment of silence. Your soul has a message for you. Breathe in, out. I don't know about you, but for me, the message from my soul was, you are blessed. And I can see myself and others, you included, feeling connected and exchanging that blessing, that the blessing that I put in the world is going to come back to me more than tenfold. That's what I got from my own soul. And if somebody's having trouble, they are allowing me to help 2 or 3 people. If you weren't able to comprehend, sometimes you hear, sometimes you get a sense, sometimes it feels like you know, or you get a physical sense, okay? For you small wildflowers, your soul wants you to have more fun. You need to have more fun and laughter. Don't make your life so small, okay? Your life doesn't have to feel so small. That's the healing or the communication between you and your soul. You needed a little bit help in that. That is a good point, Pat Evans. You're supposed to tell yourself, I love you all the time. Your soul tells you, I love you all the time. That was so great. Oh, thank you again, Abstract Wellness, for your comment. She's just sharing her experience that she had when she had Akashic sessions with me. NK, okay, for you it was something about a buzzing right here in your ears. It feels like something needed to pop one of your energetic centers. It kind of cleared the way from some negative interferences. So don't be afraid. It's not about dark matter or dark forces. No. Don't be afraid. It's just like you are not concentrated. Your mind is always somewhere else. So I hope that made sense to you, small wildflowers, and I hope that made sense to you, NK. So my blood glow, obsidian speaks. I'm getting a sense that you're starting too many things at one time. Select a few things, select one or two things to focus the most, and then expand. Once you get this done or completed, then operate through other things or expand to other things. Right now it feels like just do one thing, complete one thing, and everything else will follow. So it's like you're overextending yourself, or like you're managing too many things at one time. And I don't know if this is making sense to you. So hopefully you are still online. Let me know. So it's more about you loving you, you going within. Allow for silence, allow for your soul to embrace you, allow for your soul to feel your body, to feel every single cell of your body, to flow through your blood. You need to be more you. You have been it's like you are afraid to be you, your talent or your goodness. Like, don't be afraid. Allow your soul to live peacefully and harmoniously with your body, because I'm getting a sense of you're very talented, but you may be a little bit in denial about your skills or your talent. It's like you're afraid to say that you want something, or you want to be something, or you want to achieve something. Like, don't be afraid of your talent or the skill or the experience that you have by now. Okay, I'm getting confirmation. Okay, so that was the message for you. I have a message for somebody who was thinking about starting some sort of a jewelry business, or maybe doing jewelry for pleasure. I'm a little bit behind in answering emails, and I am going to start to answer emails because I have a few people that ask me for a reading and haven't gotten back to it. So I'm trying to book people daily. Yes. You're very welcome. My blood glow. I don't know how to say it. Like, I hope I'm saying that correctly. Obsidian Black speaks. So something, maybe there is more than one person, whoever this person is or people are. Leave me a comment about starting a business with jewelry, or maybe like picking up jewelry making as a hobby, as a way for you to distress, or as a way for you to have fun. That's what I kept getting, like as a creative endeavor. So Brian Kelly, for the time being, you have to wait and see. You are not in the right psychological space here to start making that decision. It feels like whatever you need to face it there in that home. I'm getting the sense that this is a home that is very blessed, regardless of what happened or what is happening. Like, it doesn't feel that that decision is coming from a grounded place for you to move, or that question. So wait for the time being. Don't move. So I hope that this is making sense to you, and I'm trying to answer to Mel P you by saying that I didn't get to each and every email, but yes, I am booking right now, so I need to go over my email and answer to those emails so I can get you and other people booked. So farmer, I don't know you, the Akashic records know you, and that question is way too broad for me to say, like, are you moving north or south? I don't even know where you are located, but I'm guessing the sense that warmer climates, okay, warmer climates, whatever, I don't know what that means for you. That's what I'm getting, warmer climate. It feels like you need to base that decision on the direction or the place that makes you happy. It's like you have to follow happiness, and that's how you're going to make that decision, whether to move north or south. Brian Kelly, very welcome. Christiana, are you, like, what do you mean by that? You have to be more specific. So understand that you have to give me information with that question. Like, I don't know everything. The records know you. So when I do these readings for you guys, I'm just not the interpreter. I'm just the messenger here. Whatever they tell me, I tell you. I don't know you personally. Are you in the right path with your career, in life? It feels like it's too soon for you to start questioning. You have to create a foundation, and then you start questioning which direction to go. So for right now, you don't have to worry. You just have to wait and see. That's the answer for Christiana Hoyen. Oh, that's interesting. Farmer is in, my girls are in Florida. Isn't the sun the symbol for Florida? So whatever that means to you, I don't know if you meant north or south of Florida. Okay. Nadia, Sarah, anything in the air? I'm just getting love, and I'm just getting something about a fresh new family or a fresh new start, something like that. But that doesn't mean right now. It means in the immediate future. Immediate future, I don't know, could be a couple of months or something. But it feels like all is good. So stop stressing. That's your problem. You stress. You stress too much. So that was the message for Nadia Serhan. Okay, so that's all I have for the time being. For those of you who are interested to have a personal reading, because not all of these questions are meant to be answered publicly. Some of them have a little bit more of a private nature. So you may want to consider having a private reading with me. Thank you to Divinely Health and Wellness. Give me one moment. And the question is, will I connect with my soulmate this year? I'm getting the sense that it's not about what year you are going to connect with a soulmate. It's more so that about you having to feel that you have achieved something. There is this soul contract that you have before you are born. And you ask to have a sense of freedom and independence, that you are your own woman, okay? Before your life merges with the life of the one for you. And it feels like you may be struggling a little bit with certain self-doubt or insecurities. And I'm not saying that you are insecure. I'm not saying that. It's just situations that you may be dealing with feel a little bit uncertain. And I'm getting the sense that you are destined to be a powerful woman. And until you reach that sense that, oh my God, this is me, I have reached this sense of powerful woman in life. And powerful woman, it's not because you have a career or anything else. It's your personal power, you feeling accomplished. And then I'm getting the sense that the man that you're going to attract is a man that appreciates a woman who has her own sense of style, her own mind, speaks up her mind, a woman with confidence. Your soulmate is not looking here for the average woman, and you're not the average woman either. I'm getting the sense, I'm getting like 2023, but that doesn't mean that you're not going to have anything going on between now and then. So I'm getting a very, very strong relationship, very fulfilling relationship around 2023. But you will know exactly when you meet this person, you will feel it. Like you'll see. You'll feel. In the meantime, though, there's somebody else coming up, and he's going to serve a purpose in your life, and you're going to serve a purpose in his life. There's another relationship coming prior to that. So I hope that makes sense to you. Divinely Health and Wellness. Nadia Shehan is confirming that yes, you do stress a lot. Oh, thank you, Tanya. Thank you, Green Baby. Thank you, Foreign Farmer, Small Wild Flowers. Thank you to everyone. That's the time that we had for everyone. And I think now, even though it's late, I think now I'm just going to go and make some rice pudding. I haven't made rice pudding in God knows how long, but suddenly I just felt like rice pudding. So maybe I'll make it today and I'll eat it tomorrow. So I hope that you are able to feel the healing. And even if you didn't, don't worry. The energy is so light and airy that it feels like nothing happened. You may get like, you may hear like your intestines growling, or like hot or cold. You may get like a physical sensation, or you may just feel like so centered. Okay, you have to do this a few times and longer. Okay, a longer. So your success comes from your soul. Just listen to your soul. There are no failures unless you will. Unless you believe that that's what you are. There are no failures in this lifetime. There are no rights or wrong. It's only a matter of what makes you happy, what makes you fulfilled. You can still be as depressed as if you live in a van or if you live in a palace, and you can be just as depressed. Okay, it's about listening to your soul, fulfilling the highest purpose of your soul. And Akashic records are a good way for you to find out what is the higher purpose of your soul. What are you here to do? Why are you born? And how can you achieve that? Is there a baby step for you to do now? What are your talents, skills, abilities? How you are meant to use them right now? Okay, so I would encourage you to get an Akashic reading or an Akashic healing, book a session with me, amalightworker@gmail.com, or visit my website, www.amalightworker.com. And of course, Pod Evans, of course, it's a big opportunity to heal together, because that vibration, that energy is even more amazing. The more, the merrier. We are here to heal each other, to support one another, and maybe to say a little blessing for the world and for anyone who is struggling in some ways. So I'm going to leave you with my blessing. I'm going to leave you with the blessing of the Akashic records. Like, share, subscribe, and I will reconnect with you in future videos. Bye for now.